Okay, so let's try the next coding exercise. So open the leetcode.com and go to the problems tab and just scroll down in the search question, search letter combination of a phone number and hit enter. So we have the question number 17. It's come under the medium category. So let's try that. So open it. So let's read the question first. What is given? Even if you look at this just statement now, we can easily guess letter combination of a phone number. So given a string containing digits from 2 to 9. So we have a string given, and string contains some digit, and that digits can be 2 to 9. So as an example, so digit is 23. Digit could be empty, digit is only two, digits could be like 3 4 5 6 7, so it could be like any number of digit. Okay, the digit length can be maximum 4, but it can be 0. So digit could be like a 2 3 4 5, or 5 6 7 8, or 2 6 7 8, anything between 2 to 9, or only two digit, or only single digit, or three digit, anything. Inclusive 2 to 9 inclusive is like either two, the digit can be from number 2 to 9. Return all possible letter combination that the number could represent. So like if you remember our mobile screen, in the mobile screen 2 represent ABC, 3 represent DEF, right? 4 represent GHI, 5 JKR, 6 MNO, 7 PQR. 7 contains 4, 8 contains TUV, 9 contains WXYZ, which is also 4, which is fine. And 1 doesn't contain any character, 0 also doesn't contain any character. It could be space, but not A to Z, right? So we need to return all the possible letter combination that the number could represent. And we can return in any order. So order doesn't matter. So you don't need to worry. So mapping of the digits like are given below. Note that one does not map to the any letter. So exactly what we have to do. So as an example, so if 23 is given, so if someone press 23, so what all the letters combination can become? So 23 is like 23, 2 has AB, 3 has DEF. So this D can combine with all the letter of 2. So AD, BD, CD. And this E can combine all the letter of 2. So AE, BE, CE. And this F can combine all the letter of 2. So AF, BF, CF. All right. So we get all this combination. Fine. So let's see the another example. So if we don't have any digit, we have to return empty, that is none. If we have the single digit, so if someone press 2, so what the combination can be like, either that person can press A or B or C. All right, so this is the combination. So let's see like one more example. So we have this like a telephone screen given. So first example 23, which we have already seen. Now the next example is 237. So if for 237 we have first we take 2. 2 is ABC, 3 is DEF, 7 is PQRS. So for the 23, let's look at the 23. We have generated this, but like how this got generated, right? If we know that, then to write the code is very easy. Even you can't say it's come under the medium category. If you know the logic how these digits are getting generated, and the logic is very simple. So we have to traverse, because this is a string. So if this is a string, we can iterate over it. So we can pick first 2, we can then pick 3. All right, so we can iterate. Okay, so let's pick first. We have picked 2. 2. So let's suppose if there is only number 2, then what all the digits? So if there is only number 2, then our output will be A, B, C, right? So what we can do is we will check. Okay, if not even we will check. So for the first digit, we will do, we will generate our output A, B, C. Okay, then we will go to the next character. If there is any next digit, so yes, we have the next digit 3, right? So for the 3, but all the characters given 3D, so we can like all this combination in some dictionary, because for the 2 there is a ABC, for the 3 there is a DEF, for the 4 there is a GHI. Otherwise, how we are going to know for the 2? Do we have to put ABC or MNO? What we have to put? Like, so if there is a number 2, then we can put ABC. But the person has given like 23, so there is a one more number 3. So if there is a number 3, like then the output will be of 2 digits. All right. So the 3 contains DEF. So what we can do is we can run a loop on this array, and there is a one loop which will run on this, there is another loop which will run on this, and we can generate all the combination. As an example, so first letter D will be attached with all. So if D will be attached, so AD, BD, CD, then letter E will be attached, AE, BE, CE, then letter F will be attached, AF, BF, CF. All right, so we get all the our output. So let's look at the second example, 237. So we will iterate. So let's suppose there is only one digit. All right, 2. So if there is only one digit, we will get the output ABC, which is perfectly fine. But as soon as we move further, we check, okay, there is a one more digit. So if there is a one more digit, whatever the earlier output, what we can do is we can iterate over this output. Along with we will iterate the digits of 3, and we will make a combination. So 3 has a DEF. So we will attach all ABC with D. So AD, BD, CD, then AE, BE, CE, and then AF, BF, CF. Then we will move again further. Then again we will find one more digit, 7. So like till 2, because we are not sure how many digits are there. So we are assuming, okay, there is a one digit. So we generated our output ABC. Then we will move further. Oh, there is a one more digit. Then what we have to do? So our output is going to modify. So now our output is this. Then we move further. There is a 7. So 7 is PQRS. Then what we will do? We will iterate over this list, and then iterate over this string. Then we are attached P with all the characters, all these like digits, or you can say these words. Then Q. So if first letter P will be attached with all, so if the letter P will be attached, so ADP, BDP, CDP, so AEP, BEP, CEP, AFP, sorry, AFP, BFP, and CFP. Then letter Q will be attached. So ADQ, BDQ, CDQ, AEQ, BEQ, CEQ. Then letter R will be attached. Then the letter S will be attached. So this is the approach we need to just write in our code. That's it. So basically, what is the logic? So logic is if the length of the digit is 0, because we have to, because right now, whatever we see, either of 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or any number of digits, doesn't matter. But there is a one more out like boundary condition. If length of digit is 0, then we have to return none. So let's try to write. So we can get like n is equal to length of digits. So if n equal to 0, then we can return none, right? Which is perfectly fine. So let's correct the indentation. Okay, so one thing is done. Then what we have to do? Otherwise, we will store the first digit. Like what I have to told you, we have, because until unless we are not going to store the first digit now, because once we have the first digit output, because like for the 0 digit we already done, right? Now the next conditions are either there is a one digit, or either 2, or either 3, or either 4, right? Because the maximum length is equal to 4. So either 1, either 2, either 3, or either 4, right? So let's suppose if n is equal to 1, all right, then we have to generate our output. So ABC. So how you are going to generate our output? So first we have to store this combination 2 3, because for the, let's suppose if only 2 is given, so we have to generate A, B, C, right? So we have to generate this. So but before that we have to store this combination, like 2 is corresponding with ABC, 3 is with DEF. So let's try to store in some dictionary, which is our hash map. Right. So 2 has corresponding ABC, right? 3 has, sorry, 3 has DEF, 3 has DEF, 4 has GHI, 5 is JKL, 6 is MNO, 7 is PQRS, because there are 4 digits. 4 characters. 8 is TUV. So here, fine. And then 9 is WXYZ. Fine. So we created the hash map. So which is perfectly fine. Okay. Now, like how to process, because it could be 1 digit, it could be 2 digit, it could be 3 digit, but for the first digit at least we have to store the output. So let's do the for the first digit, for the only for the first digit. So what we have to do, like output. So we have to store the output, and we how to store the output in some array, and in some array, and what we will get A, B, and C. All right. So what we have to do? So for character in digits, so digit is given. So for the first character 0. All right. So digit is given is like digits of 0. So let's suppose if digit is, so let's put digit is 2 or 2 3 or 2 3 4 or 2 3 4 2 3 9 7, any digit. So for the first digit we have to store the output. So how to get the first digit? For character in digit 0, so we get the digit 0, but our characters are here. So for characters in hash map dot get, so we have to get the value of the first digit, and then we will get our all the characters. Okay, so we get the output for the first digit. So if there is a 1 digit, if there is a 0, we get the output. If there is a 1, we get the output. All right. So for character in hash map dot get, right? Or you can say like a dot get, and but which character, which digit we want to, so the first digit. All right. So which is perfectly fine. Okay, then what next? If there is a 1 output, if there is a 0, if the length is 0, we are going to return. If the length is 1, we are going to return. But what if the length is 2, 3, 4? Then what we have to do? If the length is 2, 3, 4, we know for the 1 we have this. If the length is 2 or 3 or 4, we will just iterate. So from where we have to iterate? From we have to iterate from the next place, because as an example, so if the digits are 2 3 5 9, so for the 2, for the digit 2 we already done. Now we have to iterate from this index, that is the 3, which is like first index is 0, then second index is 1, then 2, then 3. All right, we have to iterate from the 1, right? And till what point we have to iterate? Till the length of the, and what is the length? And length is 4. We already calculated length. So while I less than n, right? So while I less than n, so because first we will pick 3, then we will pick 4, because we don't know how many digits. Just consider, focus on the first digit too. So for the first digit we have completed, that's it. Now we are going to check if there is any other digit, because if there is no other digit, then even it is not going into the while loop, and we can return the output. It is not even going to the while loop, and we are going to return the output, right? But if there are 2 digit, then it is going to it is it like, let's suppose if there are 2 digit 2 3, then it will move further, right? 3. So what we have to do, for the 2 we have all the character ABC. So for the digit 2 we get the output A, B, C. Now we have to iterate on this. We have to iterate on this for character in output, right? So because we have to append that, like, what is 3? So 3 is DEF. So we have to attach all the elements of, like all the characters. D we have to attach with all these 3, then E with all these 3, then F with all these 3. It means we have to run 2 loops. So for character in output, so output is this, which is for the first digit. For character in output, then what we have to do, for, or you can say like for I in output and j. For j in, then the next digit is, we know, digits of 1 or digits of I. But where are those digits like exist in the hash map? For j in, so hash map dot get digits of I. So basically the next digit is 3. We are getting, so we are iterating on the DEF. All right. So we are iterating on the DF. So what is the output which we need? So we need some array, or you can say temporary array. We need some temporary array. And as soon as like we are getting AD, we are appending it AD. Then we are appending BD. So we are appending in that. Right. So let's take some array, some temporary list. Right. Then what we have to do, we have to just do temp dot append. And what we have to append? I plus j, because we have to attach those three like strings. So a plus d, b plus d, bd, c plus d, cd. Right. We have to like just append into the temp. So now we get the temp. All right. Okay, we get the temp. So within the temp, we will get like AD, BD, CD, and AE, BE. So like let's suppose if the digits are like 2, 3, then we are getting AD and BD, CD, and AE, BE, CE, and then CD. No, CD is done. Oh, sorry, AF, BF, and CF. So we are getting this in the output. But if there are one more character, let's suppose 7 is there, then again, then we have to increment our I, right? So we have to increment our I. I is equal to I plus 1, because we have to run the loop again and again. So let's suppose if there is 7, then we have to attach the digit of 7 with these characters, but these are stored in some temp variable, and we are running on the output. So before running, what we have to do, what we can do is, so we are updating our output with temp, because we have to, because we are here, we are running on the output. So now our output is this. So till now, because first we think, okay, there is only one digit. Then we see, okay, then we mention, okay, our output is only this. And then we will move further. Then we find one more digit. Okay, then we will, if we found one more digit, then we say, okay, our output is this, right? So do one thing, even then, okay, then 2 digit is done. Then we are saying, our, okay, our output is this, right? Because anyhow we have to return the output only. Then we are moving further. If we are moving further, then our output will become this, because we are storing in some temp variable. Then our output is this. Then we are moving further. Then our output is this, because we have to attach the digit 7 character on the previous output, with the previous output. That's why, and we just use this variable temp is equal to output. All right. So let's remove this. So like this is like a kind of a easy question. We are just running some for loop. We are knowing how we are attaching. So let's try to run it. So some, okay, here I put dot. It should be comma. Okay. So something is wrong. Let's see the error. String indices must be integers for j in hash map dot get digits of I. So what's wrong here? String indices must be integers. So for j in hash map, hash map is this, dot get is this, digits of I. So is it digits? Yeah, digits. Digits of I is 1. So digits of 1, which we will get 3. Digits of I is 3. and we will get the DEF, so which is perfectly fine, and we will get the DEF. It looks okay to me, so let's again check. Oh, here also we took I, here also we took I. So let's do P and Q. P plus Q. Because here also we took I variable and here also we took I value, which is wrong. So let's try to run it. And yeah, which is fine. So now our test cases are running. So let's try to submit it. So now our all the test cases has been accepted and we bit like 43% of the people. All right. So which looks like fine. And if you scroll down, so nothing is mentioned like in this question you need to run of n or of 2n or of n square of or log n. So nothing is mentioned. Our main purpose is we have to solve this question, we have to submit this question, and all the test cases should be run, which is running fine, and there is no more condition which is being asked by the questioner, right? So that's it. You can also try this question, and thank you.